Hey guys, welcome back to our urban homestead, and I'm back with another canning video. So tomato season, I'm like so over tomatoes. I picked my wild tomato jungle. I got all of the red ones and the green ones, and then just pulled the plants because I'm just done with back there. I do still have some tomato plants in the front yard, but I'm just gonna let them, run their course until we get a frost. So today, green tomatoes is what we're canning up. Me and my daughter love fried green tomatoes, and it's really nice to be able to have some of those in the middle of our very cold Michigan winters. It's just a taste of summer for us, during that time. So that's what I'm doing today, and I'm going to show you how I do mine. There are many, many, many recipes for canning up fried green tomatoes, and I'm going to show you my process on that. So over here I have several green tomatoes. A couple of them are blushing a bit. That's okay. I think this one and then this one. Totally fine. I have washed them very, very well and removed the stems, except for two of them I have to cut because they are tough little boogers and will not come off. I also have 7 pint jars in here that have been cleaned. They are simmering to, warm up and sterilize and be ready for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut these tomatoes. I like them just slightly over 1/4 inch. Do it to your thickness, whatever thickness you prefer. I also have some apple cider vinegar, some canning salt, and hot water. That's all that we're gonna need. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these all cut up. If you choose to use the bottoms of your tomatoes, you do want to make sure that you cut that off because that can harbor, bacteria. And we don't want that. So just cut that little piece off. I use these, so. Same thing with the top of the tomato. I use it, I just cut around and cut that stem part off. All right, so all of the tomatoes are sliced, and I just pulled these out of the canner. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of salt. I use canning salt. You can use pink Himalayan salt, any natural salt, just not iodized table salt. That will make your jars cloudy. And a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. You can certainly use lemon juice if you want. Vinegar and lemon juice have the same level of acidity, which is 5%. Bottled lemon juice, that is, not fresh. And then I'm just gonna start by, now some of these are a bit bigger, so I might have to cut them, but then you just start packing them down in your jars. I like using apple cider vinegar rather than lemon juice for these because I like that tang that it gives them. And these will shrink up a bit, so it is okay if you're over the 1 inch. Trust me, they will shrink up a bit. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of these filled and I'll be right back. All right, so now I have some extremely hot water. You're gonna fill the jars to the 1 inch head space. There will be some bubbling, so make sure that you have extra water on hand. Now, if some of your tomatoes are too big, like I had some that were too big to fit in the jar, all you gotta do is cut them in half. All right, and then you wanna get in here and debubble. Just kind of move them around. I have to get my plastic one. Just kind of move them so all of that water can get where it needs to be and there's no bubbles. And then once you debubble, if you have any that need more water, top them up. Then you want to make sure that you clean the rims nice. I use vinegar when I'm doing this because there's vinegar in it already. A lot of times I don't use vinegar when I wipe my rims just because I've had a lot of false seals when I use vinegar for some reason. Lids and rings on, fingertip tight. And then these puppies are gonna go in on my rack. I'm using the rack for my big water bath canner. That is currently being used for something else right now. But the rack fits in my pressure canner just fine. Lower them in. You want to make sure that your jars are covered by about 2 inches of water. Mine are covered by probably about 3, so we're all good. Once this comes up to a boil, you're gonna process these for 30 minutes, and I'll be back. So my timer's just about to go off. And what I'm going to do now is turn the heat off, remove the cover, and let them sit in the water for 5 minutes. Then I will lift up the rack and then let them sit on the rack for another 5 minutes before I pull them out. Here they are out of the canner. Definitely looking delicious. So there you have it, guys. That's how I put tomatoes for frying in the wintertime on our pantry shelves. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do or consider doing so. And until next time, abundance and blessings to you. Bye-bye.